This is a horrific angle of me. It's President's Day. It was just Valentine's Day weekend. Awesome time for me personally, because I really get to get involved in the festivities, being that I don't really celebrate Valentine's Day, but I did get a lovely present from my mother, a lovely present from a student, so it's pretty cool. But other than that, yeah, didn't do much for Valentine's Day, but honestly, 2024 in general, sorry, 2025 in general has been kind of kicking my ass. I'm not gonna lie, things that I won't get into, but yeah, I look fucking horrendous too. But yeah, if I were to recap my weekend, what did I do all weekend? Oh no, I went to Angie's house. It was awesome. We hung out with her son. I need to get like him in the vlog soon. Nowhere really. I went to Applebee's with Frankie and her family, and it was supposed to be a chill, cute night. I was supposed to keep it cute, but I had ordered a margarita, like a couple margaritas. I ended up getting like pretty fucked up, which is like chill, bro, you're at Applebee's. But I didn't even get fucked up at Applebee's. It was like we went back to her apartment afterwards, her new apartment. I feel like I should preface that. She also moved. When was the last time I filmed? Oh my god, I have to update the vlog, but yeah, Frankie has a new place now. But anyways, I was drinking when I got back to our house, and I haven't drank in a really long, like a month and a half, really long time. A month and a half I haven't really had a little drinky drink. But when I went to Frankie's house, I was like really feeling it, you know. I was feeling good. I was like, oh, let's keep these good vibes going. My body was on a different track of my mind. Like mentally, I was chilling. I wasn't on the brink of a blackout. I wasn't super sloppy, but my stomach couldn't handle it. I went home and threw up. I never know what to do when I throw up, which may sound ridiculous because Jamie, you're an adult, but yeah, I never know what to do when I throw up afterwards. It actually is the worst feeling ever. I don't know how anybody could just like bounce back after throwing up. Like after I throw up, it wasn't even a lot either. And I like forced it too, because I felt so shitty physically that I was shoving I shouldn't say that. But I physically didn't feel well, and I was unwell after the fact too. Couldn't bounce back. I ended up taking, you know, like an ibuprofen. It knocked me the hell out. So Sunday I was sleeping until like midday, and by midday I mean like 3 p.m. and whatever. But today I had plans to go to Barnes & Noble. This is such a long intro. I'm talking, and you have to listen. You have to hear me out. I went to Barnes & Noble and I went to IHOP. It's a tradition me and my mom like to do on 4-day weekends. It's something me and my mother like to do. Also, we were supposed to go to IHOP for her birthday because that's her favorite. Ro loves IHOP. I don't know why. She's just obsessed with IHOP. I think it's pretty good myself. I don't mind going. And I got her a gift card for Christmas, and we were gonna go for her birthday, but it was fucking a blizzard. It was snowing on her birthday, so we didn't want to go on the roads. We stayed home. We ended up ordering Pizza Hut in, which is a second favorite for her. But today was the day that we were gonna finally go and get IHOP on me, well, on the gift card, but whatever. That's a long way of saying, like, because I was going to do that. My mom's an early riser. My mom likes to do things early. I couldn't sleep last night, okay? One, because I had been up the night before throwing up and taking those pills medicinally. And two, because the winds in New York City last night and right now currently were so strong. I was like scared. I'm like, there's something that happened to me in the past couple years that just like woke up my psyche, and I've been very petrified of natural disasters, where like maybe a couple years ago like snow, rain, sleet, hail, wind never bothered me, but now like I'm like really scared of it. So I'm like underneath my covers like googling like, can 40-mile-per-hour gusts of wind be dangerous, because I was like really scared. Like my windows were creaking. It was creepy, and I'm not usually a pussy, but like it kept me up, okay? And then I had to go to work. No, I didn't. Then I had to go, wake up, get ready, go to Barnes & Noble, and go to IHOP, and then come home. And now that I'm home, I'm exhausted because I barely fucking slept. My mom came into my room at 8:30 and she was like, you ready? I was like, ready? I was like, what time is it? She was like, I don't know, like 11. I was like, Mom, it's 8:30. Give me another hour. Like 5, 6 a.m. when I was like quaking underneath the covers. Figure out ways to keep me awake because I'm exhausted, and I know if I lay down, I'm gonna fall asleep. Look at my eyes. So sad. But I decided maybe if I vlog, it'll motivate me to stay up. And I just bought a new book, and I thought, long story short, long intro short, that we can do a reading vlog of a fun little book. Look at how tiny it is. What do you guys think? I don't know. Is it stupid? Went to Barnes & Noble, got a couple of books. I had a gift card for my birthday. Like, cheers. And I honestly went because I wanted to get my free tote. Focus. I don't know why it's not focusing. Hold on. Boom! A bag of books. Okay. It's pretty cutesy. Wouldn't you guys agree? Anyways, while I was searching it on the prowl, also I had to shit so bad in Barnes & Noble. Oh my god, the air in Barnes & Noble. Love that place to bits, but like, oh my god. Anyways, I found this book. Well, no. Let me explain myself, actually. I found this book, and usually books like this don't intrigue me unless it's been recommended to me. I'm like, it looks corny, it looks stupid, it looks like a book I'm not gonna like, and who knows if I will. It's basically just about a girl who is successful and young and single, and her family's always hounding her about getting a relationship, and she gets invited to a wedding, and she's like, all right, to get my family off my back, I'm gonna bring just a random guy, like any cute guy, to come and just like be my date, which like in theory is fine. It's a played out trope, but whatever. But the fact that he's a vampire is so fun and quirky, and I never read anything fun anymore. Everything's heart-wrenching. I want it to be fun. So that's what this is. But then as I was looking up on Goodreads if like people like this, people were talking about this character like they knew him. And then I realized it was a sequel to the original. My Roommate is a Vampire. So I thought we could read it together. Even though I am rereading Redeeming 6 right now. I've read that before. We can put it on a pause. I need a palette cleanser. What the fuck is my phone? Hello? Okay, give me a second. I'm gonna look up on Goodreads like what the vibes are, spoiler free. I've really been wanting to do a reading vlog or a video where it's mainly me. If you go on my channel, all my videos are friends, which I love. But I wonder if I just film me, if it can still, not saying my videos are as successful as it is, but would the people who watch my videos if it's just me? Or if they like might see themselves, or it's always more entertaining when you have like multiple people to banter off of. You know, you have to have like a real strong personality in order to film in front of a camera and like keep people engaged. Number 1. It has a 3.47 stars, which I don't even trust Goodreads, to be honest, because some of my favorite books are like a 3.47. I mean, that's pretty high. It's closer to 4. I feel like it's kind of goth. Anytime there's a vampire involved, I'm like, wait, this is goth, right? First thing says, first rating or review says, this is a laugh out loud, entertaining, and eccentric paranormal romance between a quirky, selfless, artsy heroine and a cinnamon bun immortal with a dreamy Mr. Darcy vibe. Ooh, it's giving millennial really badly. That review, like, if cinnamon bun someone said it was hard to finish. Okay, some people are saying it's so much fun. 5 stars. You guys, I am struggling. The book is actually pretty enticing, and I am disappointed to announce I'm only on page 23 and on chapter 2. I don't know how long I've been reading for, but I really had to focus because I'm so tired. But I'm gonna take an ice cream sandwich break. Hopefully get a little energy. I don't know. Oh my god. I need a little pick-me-up. In the book, she just saw him in the flesh for the first time. The sun's going down. Can you see that? It's 5:27. I'm doing a good job of keeping myself up, but it fucking hurts, you know? It's not even like, it feels like when you pull an all-nighter and you're trying to stay awake the next day. I didn't pull an all-nighter, like I only slept like maybe like 3 hours. He sounds like he like is from Bridgerton. That he's a vampire. I like it. It's fun. Bye. Oh my gosh. Some predictions together because I'm thoroughly entertained. First of all, his name is really hard to get past. His name is Frederick J. Fitzwilliams. Frederick J. Fitzwilliams. It's a horrendous name. And he keeps mentioning Reginald, which I've spoiled for myself. That's what the second, like he's in the second book. And we don't know much about Reginald, right? But the way he's talking about him makes it seem like he's like an old Victorian vampire as well. Especially with a name like Reginald. But their conversations, he speaks so like Victorian and just so regional, and then Reginald's like, what's up? Like he's so like modern. So I'm trying to figure out like what's the lore here. Like, are they both vampires? Well, I know they both are vampires, but what's his name? Did Frederick like just wake up out of his sleep or something? And Reginald's been in society for like a long time. Why? And also he keeps saying how much he needs this roommate, and I'm like trying to figure out why. Is it to help him integrate into society? I don't know. It's very interesting, and I love the little lore. So, and it's a short book, so in this span she's gonna find out he's a vampire, they're gonna fall in love, da 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 da. So I'm down for the ride. Okay, still really tired, and also I have some ambiance going on. You guys updated. Like an update, I've kind of gotten over the, I'm in the same spot, so it's a little embarrassing, but I've kind of gotten over the whole like fighting for my eyes to be open thing. That ice cream sandwich worked miracles, but I think I'm gonna eat something real soon. It's 6:40, 6:50, and which I don't think is any good, but I'm about 80 pages in, and I like it. I like it so far, you know. I made a little dent. I don't know what that says about how slow my reading is, given the fact that I've obviously picked up my phone a couple of times to check it. It's really ridiculous, and I say that in the best way possible. In order for like a book like this to work, you kind of have to lean into like the absurdity of it, and just like the way Frederick speaks and like the dialogue between them. It's very campy. I will say. I feel like anything vampirical is kind of campy. The book is primarily in her perspective, in Cassie's perspective. We get a little bit of his perspective sometimes through journal entries and text messages between him and Reginald, and that's really it. That's all we get from like his perspective. Everything else is her and her monologue, so it's really fun. We did get a Reginald sighting, but Cassie didn't know it was Reginald. I think their dynamic is really interesting. It's just very mysterious. Like, I kind of want to know what happened. Like, I've kind of gotten the hint that he is very adamant about getting a roommate and like keeping her as a roommate because he wants to closely inspect the way somebody in the 21st century would live naturally. Like, he didn't even know what pots and pans were, or like where to get them. He didn't know where to get a trash bin from, because he's a vampire, right? Like, he wouldn't really accumulate that much trash, I guess, in this world, in this book's rules of vampires, which is always fun when you're like dealing with supernatural and different universes. It's like, okay, well, are we going more stereotypical vampire in this world, or is it like, you know, I don't know, each rules are different when it comes to vampires and stuff, I guess. There's not much else to say. Cassie as a character is fine. I mean, she's just a very stereotypical person. She's very into the art stuff. She's an artist, which is fine. You know, nothing too special there. I feel like these like young adult, not young adult. I feel like these new adult romance books, like the main characters are always like writers or artists or something like that. So that's nothing out of the ordinary. He's honestly like my main focus because I think he's very interesting. But their dialogue is really cute. A lot of the times they communicate through letters they leave each other, as opposed to like talking, because their schedules are opposite, which is fun. So yeah, that's my update. I don't even know how far you would say. What am I, like 20% into this book? I don't know. I'm really bad at math and percentile, but I'm enjoying it. It's so fun and so easy to read. So just have a little fun. You know what I mean? So far, I would recommend it. That could change if it drags out, if it gets corny, because we're teetering on a little bit of ridiculousness. You know, the fact that he doesn't know what a trash can is and stuff like that. But I guess it could make sense in terms of him being a vampire. But I'm just still confused on how Reginald is so integrated into the 21st century society, and he's like, seems like he's been plucked out of the 1900s, like early 1900s. Like he's literally been plucked out of that. So I'm confused. Like, did he just wake up, like I mentioned earlier? Like, I don't know. And it also takes place in Chicago, which is fun for anybody who lives in Chicago. Also, I'm trying to be mindful that this is this author's debut novel, and I like to be mindful when it comes to debut novels. I don't like to be too harsh of a critic, because I'm really not a book critic. If a book is entertaining and fun, then I enjoy it, and I think, you know, it's flowing for somebody who's, maybe this might be their first book. So I will keep you posted in the near future. I'm kind of getting hungry now, but I don't know. Okay, so cat's out of the bag. She knows he's a vampire, which is crazy. I feel like that happened a lot sooner than I was gonna think. Within the first 100 pages, we find out, well, she finds out that he's a vampire. And, I mean, she takes it well. I think her reaction was a little, like, her reaction to like, she found blood in the fridge. Like, that was, like, fine. But him saying you're a vampire and her being like, ah, I can't believe this. You wanted to eat me. It's like, hello. You just found out that vampires exist. I don't know. But then again, I don't really know how you would even, like, make that more shocking. I mean, she left, so whatever. But I love him. I think he's so sweet. He's a sweet vampire. And his friend, Reginald, is so funny. Like, I love him. I love it. Like, I'm thoroughly enjoying it, okay? Cat's out of the bag. I can't wait to see where things go. But I think I'm gonna eat something. Maybe watch Grey's Anatomy while I eat something and revisit this. Time is 7:25. I feel like I'm reading slow. I like to take my time, really comprehend the things that are going on. So if you're like, damn bitch, this is taking you a long time, mind your business. I literally set out a bookmark here and I keep using a fucking receipt. I'm gonna do that now. And I'm gonna go eat. I'm kind of hungry. I know I've been saying that, but like, I feel like the second one's not gonna be as good. But I'm not gonna jump the gun. I have the second one here. That's Reginald. Okay, anyways, I'm gonna go eat something. Okay, I am here to inform you that we are in bedtime territory now. The time check. It is 10:15 now, and I am, I would say, like 60% into this book. This being how much I have left. It's a pretty short book. I did watch an episode of Grey's Anatomy, had something to eat, chit-chatted with my mom for a little bit. So where we're at in the book right now is I think we left off with her finding out. Yeah, so she's obviously come to terms with it, indubitably, one would say, because obviously. And now I was right, he was asleep for 100 years. Reginald had accidentally made some sort of spell 100 years ago in Paris, or maybe over 100 years ago, and accidentally put him in a coma, and he woke up like a month prior before this book when he was like looking for the roommate. Reginald, however, has kept him alive in his coma and kept everything kept all of his stuff well kept. But now he's in this phase of his life where he has to integrate. I think it's giving Captain America, you know, Man Out of Time, except like with a large gap. Like in the Vampire Diaries, when like the originals like get the freaking dagger taken out of them, they're like, Klaus has to use a phone. He doesn't understand a lot of the things that goes on. He doesn't know how to order a coffee. He didn't know cars existed. But yeah, they're in the phase of like trying to get him out of his old-timery clothes, if you know what I'm saying. Like, just picture how men dressed like over 100 years ago. Yeah, they're trying to, you know, integrate him to society, but there's also some steaminess. And I just feel like she would not want to be a vampire. So I'm interested in how this is gonna work, because she has such a normal life. But also, if they don't like clear that up, then it's gonna be crazy, because he's an unaging immortal vampire and she's like a 32-year-old woman in Chicago. So how is this gonna work? But yeah, still so far liking it and have this much left. I'm gonna try to finish it before I go to sleep. If I can't, then I'll finish the rest tomorrow. Hopefully. I work tomorrow pretty early, so we're gonna do our best. I want to finish it tonight, because then I could read the second one. But yeah, I'll keep you guys updated as per usual. Thank you so much for sticking around this long, and I know this video format is a little bit different than my other videos, but if you're rocking with it and you're rocking with hanging out with me, then I appreciate you. Thank you guys for keeping me awake. Apologies for the lighting. It's a little while later and I have that much left. I'm gonna go to sleep now. Did I finish this book in one day? No, I didn't, but it's cutesy. I like it a lot. It just got really horny out of nowhere, but like, that's okay too. Like, it happens. Most definitely a slow burn. I mean, I'm telling y'all, we did not get a kiss or nothing until like the, you know, last 30% of the book. Also, I mean, as slow as it can be with a book being this size, and also for a debut novel, like, yeah, like, I'm fucking with it. I like a good short book. It's like, it's fuel to read. Okay, good night, everybody. Maybe I'll talk to you guys tomorrow when I finish this book. Hey guys, it's the next day. I just want to clock the time real quick at 4:57. I just got home from work. I did read a couple pages at work, like when it was like chiller at work. I read a couple pages, but they also had a movie on, and whatever. I was kind of distracted, but I'm home now. home now. So I'm gonna pick up where I left off, which we have about that much left. I don't know if I clocked that last night, but so I'm probably gonna finish it. Hello, me not being in frame. I'm probably gonna finish it like now, and then I'll give you like a final review. Oh my god, I can't talk. I literally just got home from work and I just wanted to clock what the time was. I don't know if this happens to anybody else, but it's really seriously dangerously cold today. It was like in the 20s and my face has just been so dry, and I brought moisturizer to work with me because that's how dry my face gets in that building that I work at. Like, I have these rings around my nose from like, ew, that's fucking disgusting, from blowing my nose. Like, I'm definitely gonna like steam my face later. Probably gonna take a shower in a little bit just because I feel fucking like disgusting because of how like sniffly I've been because of this weather, and I don't know. But bringing moisturizer to work was kind of like a W idea because I was just like tapping it like when I was getting too dry. And oh, just an update on the sleep deprivation thing. I didn't end up going to sleep when I wanted to. Like, I only read a little bit and then I decided like I can't just like read something and then go to sleep right afterwards. I know reading like puts some people to sleep, but to me it doesn't. Like, I just kind of get like cross-eyed and like not able to like really comprehend what I'm reading after a certain time, so I just like put the book away and I have to watch something before I go to sleep. I just have to, whether that's like a show or like YouTube. So I just put on Grey's Anatomy, but it was the part 2 finale of season 4, so I had to watch 2 episodes, and then I ended up struggling going to sleep after that for a little bit, which is so weird. Does this happen to anybody else? Like, I was so tired because I had only gotten like a couple of hours before the night before. I only gotten a couple hours and I was so tired all day, but then when it was time to go to sleep, like I'm wired like that again, and I could have stayed up longer if I didn't like force myself to go to sleep because I'd work in the morning. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I'm gonna read now. It's great checking in with you guys, and then after I read this, I want to like finish up this video, edit it, and upload it because oh my god, I haven't posted a video that's like solo in so long. Like, nobody else is featured in this video. That's kind of everything, just me and this book and you guys. So what time did I go to sleep last night? I want to say it was like kind of around 3 a.m, a little bit before or a little bit after 3 a.m, and I woke up this morning at like 8:39 to get to work, which isn't that late, so I did get like several hours, but still kind of tired. Okay, I will see you guys in a little bit. My face hurts. Oh, it's killing me. Okay, I finished it. What's the time? It's 6:36. With the exception of an Instagram break or two, I finished my reading vlog book, which is My Roommate is a Vampire by Jenna Levine. I haven't looked at any reviews or anything online. I literally just finished it. I read it enough that I finished it as quickly as I did. I'm not somebody who reads books in 5 hours or somebody like that. I usually take like a day or two to read a book that's this small. Like, this is a whopping like measly 330 pages, and usually when I have a book of this caliber, I usually finish it within a couple days, so that's no shocker there, just giving circumstance, you know, whatnot. But okay, getting into the actual book, I thought it was really funny and really charming, especially at first, just meeting Frederick, who is the vampire in question, and trying to understand his and Reginald's relationship, and then also like Cassie was a fine main character. I do think she was a little bland. I mean, she was pretty funny at moments. I don't dislike her. She's not my favorite character in the world because I feel like we obviously didn't spend that much time with her. She was fine. Her art stuff, I didn't really care. She's an artist in this book, and I didn't really care for it that much because every time she described her paintings and her art, I was like, I don't think it's that nice. And like, she was supposed to be really relatable and quirky, like, oh, she went to school and switched majors to be like a specific art person, but no jobs are coming of it, so she's working all these dead-end jobs, and like no exhibits are taking her art and you know, stuff like that. So it's just like, okay, she's kind of pathetic, but like relatable. And that's not to come for her. Like, honestly, like, she was very cool. She was calm. Like, she wasn't cringy, which I always appreciate. This book is a little millennial coded, and I mean, the author, obviously not 21 years old, which is fine. But it could be a little millennial at times, like just the way that they talk about like social media, which is fine because the characters are millennials. Like, she's like 32, he's 350 years old, but like, you know the vibe. Not implying that millennials are 300 years old. I think the writing got a little bit lazier towards the end. But it was kind of fun. It was super campy. I would love to see this, and I don't usually, my hammer's gonna die, so I'm gonna try to wrap this up. I don't usually say this like often when it comes to books, but this book I actually wouldn't mind being adapted into a movie or like a TV show. I think probably a movie. I think it would be really interesting. It's like fantasy a little bit, like you kind of get into a little bit of the lore of the vampires, which is so fun and so cool, but to its core it's a basic rom-com like novel, and it's super fun, and then he just happens to be a vampire and you learn a little bit about that. And I would have loved for more of that. I do think the ending was really funny. Like, it kind of was, it's so comedy coded, like you could tell it's not supposed to be taken seriously, like this serious intense vampire novel. No, it's like he got kidnapped by his vampirical mother because he was betrothed to somebody 200 years ago, and she's like, oh really, if you don't give me my man back, I'm gonna tell all of TikTok that vampires are real. And they made, her and Reginald made this like really unserious stupid video of him being like a vampire, and it's so funny and stupid because it's like, no way is that gonna work. And then the mother's like, please do not ever show that to anybody. Like, obviously no one would ever believe that, but they don't understand how the modern day world works. So it was really funny. I do think it was kind of satirical and camp and like cute. Like, it's a cute little book, and I definitely recommend anybody who needs like a palate cleanser, anybody who likes to have fun. If you've read this book and you didn't like it because of whatever reason, that's fine. I liked it. I think if you like having fun, I like having fun, I would read this. It was fun. I'm going to read the second one, which is about her best friend's sister and Reginald. It's you know, she brings a date to a wedding, which I assume might be their wedding, to like needs a fake date trip. I think I mentioned that earlier in the video. But I'm interested to see the vampirical point of view from somebody who wasn't in a coma for 100 years, because I don't know if I've confirmed that or not, but Frederick was in a coma for an entire century, so that's why he spoke so Regency, so Victorian, and Reginald's like way more modernized, so it would be cool to see it from his perspective, so I'm kind of interested. And I would love for her to expand on this world. I think it's definitely cool. I want to see what happens with Cassie if she ends up turning eventually. So yeah, overall book was good. I would rate it a 4 out of 5 stars for what it was. It's fun, it's great, you know. It wasn't this epic fantasy heavy book that taught me but bitch, I like to have fun and be entertained. So with that being said, thank you guys for watching. This is a little bit of a different format than my usual videos. I usually do full-fledged vlogs over multiple days, so if you're new here, this isn't my normal content, but I would like to regulate it. I would like to normalize this kind of content on my page, because I do love book material. I love reading vlogs. I want to be able to be comfortable in front of the camera of it just being me and you guys still being entertained without like other things stimulating you. Do you know what I mean? Like, am I enough to just, you know, make a YouTube video? I hope that's the case. This started out as like something to take my mind off of being exhausted yesterday, and it ended up becoming a full-fledged video, so I'm really excited for you guys to see it. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up and leave a comment if you like this kind of content, or if I should just like stick to what I know. Okay, I hope, even if you're not a reader, because I know a lot of people don't really read, I hope it was still entertaining to some degree, especially because this is spoiler ridden, so like whatever, it's real chill here, you know, no rules. So I'll see you guys next time, whenever that'll be, and yeah, bye.